surface stitching and cutting, taking out the threads, we're ready to do the last part, which is needle weaving and filling stitches. So to do this, you're going to use the lighter thread, the size 8 pearl cotton, and we're going to begin by, again, securing it at the back by weaving it through the cluster blocks that we have done. I'm going to come up in this corner. In needle weaving, or the weaving, making the woven bars, is just like it sounds, just the same as you did with strips of paper in elementary school. We're going to do over, under, but in this case we're going to do over 2 and under 2. So there are 4 threads in this bar, so we're going to go over 2 and under 2. Then go back the other way, over 2 and under 2. And continue this along the whole bar. Now there's no magic number for how many weaves have to be in each bar. Just look at yours and try and get a comfortable amount. You don't want them really loose, but you try not to have them too jam-packed so that they're overlapping and not smooth. So just pay attention and do what's a comfortable amount and try and keep it consistent throughout the piece, and then it will look the best. But you do want to end with the thread ready for the next bar. So we have to do one more weave here so that then we can move on and start doing this next bar, over, under, just the same way. So now that we've come all the way down to the end, we're ready to move on to the next row, and we can start stitching this row. You just keep in mind that we want to end the thread at the edge near the cluster blocks. So if you only had a tiny bit of thread left, you wouldn't want to start and end in the middle of the row here somewhere and run out of thread. So just double check your thread when you're at an end, and if you need to, you can end it and start another one. Now's the time to do that. So the woven bars look great on their own, but it's also fun sometimes to add some filling stitches, stitches that go in the holes. And so the most common one of these is called a dove's eye, and I'm going to add one of these right into the center square of the piece. So this is added when we're stitching the 4th bar. So you can see 3 of the bars around have been stitched. Now we're in the 4th bar. To do this, I'm going to continue with the regular needle weaving to weave halfway up the bar. And then when we've gotten halfway, I'm going to stop with the thread in the square that I'm going to do the dove's eye in. Then I'm going to go to the bar on the right, take a stitch right in the middle, and then bring it back to the middle, being sure to catch the thread underneath the needle. So I'll give a little turn. Then I'm going to go to the right again. And again, catch the thread underneath. Then we're going to go to the right again, so I'm up at the top. And then to finish, I'm just going to bring the needle under that thread, and there's our finished dove's eye. And once we've done that, we can just go back and continue to finish weaving the bar in this side And be careful not to catch your needle on the dove's eye as when you're finishing the weaving. Now if you like that, you could add the dove's eye in each square on here. That would be fun. Just add it as you're weaving the 4th bar. I'm just going to have the one in the middle, and I'm going to finish doing the rest of the woven bars, and then we can finish the whole piece. One last thing to remember when you're doing the woven bars is to pay attention to your tension. Like with any embroidery, if you pull the thread really tight, then you'll get really narrow bars, and that's fine if that's what you want, but try and keep all of them consistent with the same amount of tension. And you have a bit of leeway here with what you like and what you want to do, but just keep the tension the same, and then you'll have a great consistent finished product. So when all the stitching is done, we can take it out of the hoop, and we have our finished piece. And there are a few different options of what you can do with it. You could make it into a little pin cushion. You could use it in another sewing or patchwork piece. You can frame it, put it in a little frame for a picture or coaster. But because this has the buttonhole stitch around the outside, you do also have the option of cutting the embroidered piece out of the fabric, and it'll be a finished unit. So here's a couple little pieces of the same embroidery that I've used, and these are cut out. And these I've used as Christmas decorations. You can use them as a fob on your scissors or your rotary cutter. You can hang it in a window. You can do a lot of fun different things with these. And you can see here's white on white is the traditional Hardanger coloring, but you can do whatever colors you want to do. So have fun with this quick little project. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy Hardanger. For more tutorials, projects, and patterns, check out epidastudio.com.